Greetings, beautiful earthlings. My name is Star. If you are new here, I don't know how you found me, but I'm super grateful to have you. And if you're returning, y'all the real MVP. I know you can tell it's a little bit dark in my room. It's literally 12:30 at night. I have been going through some kind of weird transitional phase. I know I've said this for like the past 2 months, that I feel itchy, like I'm shedding a skin. I'm going through something big, some kind of fucking awakening or something. I don't know. But all I know is that every night for the past 2 months, I have felt like I need to be doing something and I'm not quite getting the message. And I've taken a break from reading tarot and, through the holidays. That way I could kind of rest, and I was sick for like most of November and December. And my daughter's birthday's finally over, so I'm like out of the stressful period. And I've been slowly starting to watch tarot videos again, trying to get back into it. I just opened up my books again, and I want to do something fun with this deck because this has been bothering me since I bought it. I bought this deck, the Burn After Writing deck. If you guys don't know what the Burn After Writing book is, it's like a little journal. It's supposed to be like a shadow work journal, kind of. It was kind of controversial for a while. A lot of people thought there was some kind of cult involved in it or something. It's totally not. It was just like a dumb joke that the author took a little bit too far, that people misconstrued a little bit. But anyways, I do have the Burn After Writing book, and I got a good kick out of it. Sometimes I still go back to it, but it's nothing that, I swear by. But I was very curious about the deck itself, and when I got the deck, I was extremely disappointed in it because all of the cards are like this, where it's got like a cue on it, and then like a little prompt. As a writer, I love books like this. I was gifted a book by one of my college professors called like 600 Things to Write About or something, and it's just like random little prompts, and I do go through that from time to time whenever I'm super bored and I feel like I need to do something but I don't know what. And that's kind of what I'm going through right now, where I've been drawing and writing and making necklaces, and I'm doing everything, but I can't quite scratch that itch, and I don't know what I'm missing. And I feel like it's tarot because I haven't been so very involved in my tarot practice in about 2 or 3 months. So what I wanted to do today is invite my most talkative deities to come play with me tonight. So I hope you guys are excited for this. This is for those of you who actually believe in deities and spirits and things like that. And I'm not going to sit here and conjure them up in front of you guys and, make it all weird or anything. I'm just letting you know why I'm going to be using different tarot decks for these questions. So, I am going to be pulling cards from this. I'm just going to pull random cards. I don't have them shuffled or anything. I've never looked at them in order because there is no order. All I know is that there's future cards, present cards, and past cards. So I'm just not going to look at them. I'm going to close my eyes and randomly pick one. Let my intuition guide me, right? So I do have 3 decks here for my most talkative deities, okay? I do have quite a few deities that I work with, quite a few deities that I venerate that don't have tarot decks because we don't work with each other as much. We don't converse as casually as I do with these deities. So the first one that I'm going to invite to the party is Mother Goddess Aset. A lot of you guys who have been with me for a while, Mother Goddess is my patroness, Aset, or Isis as she is known. I use for her the White Newman Special Edition because look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous. The red velvet bag with the gold detailing. The second I saw this deck, I absolutely fell in love with it, and I knew I had to give it to her because it's the most stunning deck I've ever seen in my life. It very rarely comes out. I do use it for other goddesses now. She has given me the okay to use it for other goddesses, but I try not to. I would like to dedicate specific decks to each deity and spirit that I work with. So this is gonna be quite a bumpy ride. I don't know how long I intend this video to be, so strap in. If you guys would like to, you can pull some cards with me along with the questions and see what you guys get for answers from these questions as well. I thought just me answering the questions kind of blatantly from my own perspective was a little boring, so I figured let's throw some tarot in there and make a YouTube video out of it, because I can always answer these questions by myself, you know, and write about it, and it'll be like just as exciting to me. But I figured I'd throw you guys a bone. You haven't had any content for a while. So Mother Goddess Aset, if you could be so kind as to direct me to my first prompt, please. Thank you. Okay. Eyes closed. Do you see me? Eyes closed. Okay. Here's the card. So this is a present card. The question is something that makes me tear up. So what we're going to do as far as the answers is going to be what the deities I'm talking to think the answer is to this, right? Like from their perspective, something that makes me tear up. From Mother Goddess's perspective. This is going to get really interesting when we bring Loki into it. I already know that. Okay. Thank you. Clarify, please. Not sure if I'm going to pull multiple cards for each of these. I think I'll feel out each question and see if they want to. So for this one, she did give me 3 cards, so I'll stop there because you guys know I can just go on clarifying forever. So, first one out was the Hierophant. Second one out is a Fool. Third one out is the Page of Wands. Give me a second, let me cook. I literally heard starting a new leg of your spiritual journey. Like, basically saying, you wimpy little human, you can't even deal with a new awakening every time something happens. You gotta cry and go for your cards. You gotta, sit at the altar and light a candle because you can't deal with just listening to your own clarity and the bruteness of your own thoughts. I can give everybody else the bruteness of my thoughts, but I can't give myself the bruteness of my thoughts, so I need my deities to do it for me. Okay, that's fair. I like that. Alright. I'll do 3 questions each deity, and then we'll see where we go from there, okay? Mother Goddess, thank you. Next question, please. I wish I had like a second camera to show you guys me just like trying to get into these cards right now. Not looking. Okay. This one is a future card. Oh, okay. Up for debate. Can you see that? My next challenge. Okay, Mother Goddess, what's my next challenge? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. First card out, 6 of Swords. Second card out, the Magician. Third card out, 5 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Wands. That's very easy. I personally know what this is talking about because I'm experiencing it. A lot of you guys don't know. I don't talk about my personal life at work. I'm going through kind of a do I stay or do I go type of thing right now. And this is literally telling me not leaving before you make a decision, bring about something that you really want, not just leaving to get away, and understanding that the pattern that I have in the past of leaving to get away causes conflict, and learning to plan in this time for my benefit of going towards something better for my future, not just getting away from something. I like that one. That's good, because it's true. I'm totally going through this at work right now, where I'm like applying to jobs and I'm like, I'll take anything to get away, and then I'm like, why am I not getting these jobs? And I realize when I talk to my spirits about it, they're like, because you're not going towards something, you're running away from something, and that's what you've been doing your whole life, and that's what we're trying to get you away from. So, you know, I'm actually trying to find things that are going to benefit me in the future, that are going to be that I'm going to be able to stay with, that are going to be a long-lasting job that I can actually grow with, as opposed to something that's just going to make ends meet and I'm going to keep jumping from job to job. A lot of people are she got me. A lot of people are asking, like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, it's not that simple. It's not just what I want to do, because I'm in a position where not only do I not have, you know, a college degree, I don't have a car, I have gauges and tattoos. I'm extremely limited in the things I can do, and a lot of people think that, you know, that's not true. The world's a lot more open now, but when I go to interview at places like this, a lot of people straight up tell me, like, I can't hire you because of your ears, because of your tattoos. So I've been looking into a lot of, like, work from home type deals, but I'm also really conflicted because I don't want to work from home. Like, home is my sanctuary, and I feel like if I'm working from home, I'm not going to want to be home anymore, and there's that dilemma, right? But anyways, all right, one more question from Mother Goddess. I wish I had mixed up these cards. All right, the past. I don't know if you can see that. The hardest thing I've ever done. Alright, give it to me, Mother Goddess. What's the hardest thing I've ever done? Thank you. Also, I realize you guys can't see me shuffling. I'm sorry. I'm not used to shuffling this high up. Oh, thank you. I'm also afraid that I'm gonna turn my watch and you're gonna see my super cute boyfriend. Last one. Oh, thank you. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. Hardest thing I've ever done. Okay. Give me a minute to marinate on this. Oh. Okay. Let's get so serious and expose me right now. Four of Swords, Hanged Man, the Lovers, and the Four of Cups at the bottom. This is talking about what I'm going through currently, where I just want to be with my boyfriend. I want to be with him. I want to move in with him. I want to start our life together. And we're both in a position where we live with family, and you know, we both have our own lives, we both have our own jobs, and neither of us can move into either house. And we want to get a place together, but, you know, we need to work through some things first. He needs to work through some debt. I need to get a better job. And we've been stuck in this, for a couple of months, and it's extremely fucking hard because we don't have a single problem outside of that, but our biggest issue is waiting for forever. Literally waiting for forever. And it does come with a lot of disappointment, a lot of apathy, a lot of distaste for the rest of life, because it's like, things are only good when we're together, but we can't be together all the time. We can't see each other every day. Things aren't, you know, as good as they could be, because we're working hard separately to make things better for when we're together. And this is undoubtedly the hardest thing that I've ever done. You're right. You're 1000% right. Whew, damn, Mother Goddess. Alright, any closing... Excuse me. Any closing, my heart. I didn't even get to finish my sentence. This is really sweet. That was advice for what I just pulled, because I felt that, like, in my heart while I was talking about it. She gave me the Six of Cups and the King of Wands. We've been together for a very long time. We've known each other for 15 years, and when we're together, it's like we're kids again, you know, we're each other's best friend. And there's also a lot of new passion that comes with adulthood, and being able to be with each other on a different level now, and being able to see each other in a mature light, and still be able to hold that type of friendship together. That was literally just advice of like, just don't forget why you're doing it, you know? It sucks and it's hard, but just don't forget why you're doing it. Don't forget who you're doing it for. Okay, thank you, Mother Goddess, for the feels. Alright, I'm gonna put this one away now. Thank you, Mother Goddess. I really appreciate you. Thank you for guiding me, protecting me, and loving me. As always, I'm truly grateful. That tugged at my heartstrings, yo. I knew this was gonna be super emotional. Also, before I started this video, I went to drink my water and I almost grabbed the candle. Glad I didn't catch that on camera. I'm trying to decide between Loki and Sekhmet. I feel like Loki should be the comedic relief at the end. But I also feel like Sekhmet's gonna be more serious energy on top. But Mother Goddess is also a lot more nurturing than Sekhmet. No offense, Sekhmet. But let's go with Sekhmet, because I have been bonding with Sekhmet very closely. I've been working with Sekhmet the most lately, along with a couple other deities. But this is the deck that I use for Sekhmet. This is the Dream of Nile Tarot, the new one that I just got. This is why I got this deck, was so that Sekhmet could have a deck. When I got it, it was extremely hard for me not to give it to Mother Goddess, but I understand that this was never meant to be her deck. This was always meant to be Sekhmet's deck, and Mother Goddess's deck holds more of her energy. I've had it longer, and I've worked with her more with it, and it's been on her altar for a very long time, so... Well, hello, Sekhmet. Right away, huh? Fortune. Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Okay, Sekhmet, if you could be so kind. Okay, I haven't even started yet. Two of Wands. Sekhmet, if you could be so kind as to lead me to my first question here, please. Okay, alright, chill out. Thank you. The present. I could have guessed that. I don't think I can use tarot for this, but let's see. I'll indulge you, Sekhmet. Let's see. First song that comes into my head right now. I'm not gonna think of a song either. What do you think would be the first song that would come in my head? 8 of Wands? Why can't I think of what that looks like right now? 8 of Wands, communication. Jeez, why was that so hard? I'm guessing this is King of Swords. Sorry, let me show you. 8 of Wands, King of Swords. I'm guessing this is a Warrior of Water. I don't know if that's supposed to be a knight. Sorry guys, I don't know this deck yet. And 10 of Pentacles. Okay, I get the vibe, and I'm gonna tell you the song that popped into my head when I put these cards together, okay? Because I didn't think of a song first. This is hard to do, okay? I didn't think of a song first to try to let this flow. And after I put these cards together, the song that popped in my head was, In My Own Way, just feels like living some alternate reality. And I was drowning, but now I'm swimming from stressful waters to relief. And all the things I do to spend a little time with you. What I won't tell you, I probably never even tell myself. the reason why I said the vibe that I got, Eight of Wands, Knight of Cups, King of Swords, I got Mac immediately. I didn't get a song from that. I got a vibe, and the vibe that I got was Mac, and then that's the song that popped in my head. Ten of Pentacles with the Three of Wands under that. Mac has this sense of grounded foundation in who he is, but he's always looking, in his music, he's always looking towards looking towards the horizon while standing firmly on the ground and feeling what he's feeling. And I like this a lot. This gave me a full vibe of a person, not necessarily a song. I know that's semantics there, but I'll take it because that was very cool. I was drowning, but now I'm swimming. Stressful waters to relieve, and all the things I do. I swear, I think that's Come Back to Earth. That's Swimming, but Come Back to Earth is the first song on the album. I could be wrong. It could not be Come Back to Earth because I'm not entirely here right now. But also with the Ten of Pentacles and me talking about how he's firmly planted on the ground, Three of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Come Back to Earth, that's absolutely incredible. And the album is called Swimming. That's my favorite album by Mac Miller. And I have that play every morning to wake me up on my robot. And my boyfriend said that that's like my theme song, Come Back to Earth, for some reason. But anyways, while I was shuffling, Strength came out. I do feel a lot from Mac. A lot. Like, I have a very deep connection to Mac's music, and I don't just want to be like one of those like fangirls. I spend a lot of time with that album, like a lot of time, and it has become a very close friend. The spirit of that album in and of itself has become a very close friend, and I spend a lot of time with that album. So it's no surprise to me that Sekhmet would think that that would be the first song or the first album that would come into my head, and I can't believe that she was able to portray that with tarot cards. Fuck. Okay. Wow, these cards are beautiful. High Priestess. That's just a little nod to me. Thank you. That's very cute. These cards are so stunning. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. That was absolutely incredible. Sekhmet she's very close, very quickly become very close to me. Okay, Sekhmet, next question before this video gets way too long. And I have the cards here. I know you guys can't see me. I'm trying to lean my back against this thing because my back's starting to hurt. Which card is this? Oh, the past. Alright, let's go, Sekhmet. What you got for me? My biggest achievement. Okay, we're doing compliments. Okay, Sekhmet. What do you think is my biggest achievement? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, dude. You're gonna make me take all those cards, aren't you? Okay. Okay. So the first one to fall out was the Hierophant. Can you see it? Hierophant, Apprentice of Water. I'm guessing this is Page of Cups. Again, I don't know this deck yet, sorry. And then we have the Tower, the Magus, Hermit. I love that the Hermit card and the Magus came out because Magus is Thoth. Strength, Power. Actually, I didn't realize that this card said Power. Ooh, I love that. And the Seven of Wands, maybe Spears, maybe Swords. I'm not sure. That reads to me like Spears, but I don't know if Spears or Wands in this deck. I shouldn't have used this deck for this, but this is Sekhmet's deck. Alright, I'll take it as it reads, okay? Shows what I'm getting from this, my biggest achievement. Hierophant and Page of Cups. Listening to my... Sounds super cheesy to say, but I'm just gonna let it flow out, okay? Listening to my higher self in regards to following my dreams, allowing myself to daydream for the sake of higher knowledge and a deeper understanding of myself. Look at the picture of this card. This person is holding like space, and in space is the pyramids, three stars, like pouring into this person. This is telling me about just allowing myself to be open to higher knowledge, to not be so naive about it, and allow myself to feel and still experience the wonder of daydreaming, night dreaming, goal setting, what have you. I've talked about this before, I thrive in the Tower. I don't know why this always comes up every single time I'm asking for compliments. The fucking Tower always comes up. And it's something about, if you can see here, the Tower and the Magus came out together. It's something about being able to recreate myself in extreme conditions, constant recreation of myself, not being afraid to shed skins often, and being able to adjust to new situations, as well as create new situations. Not only waiting for things to come to me, or not only creating new things, but being able to do both interchangeably and understand from my discernment which is necessary and when, and how each of them can benefit me either separately or together. I don't know if this reads as the Seven of Wands as the Seven of Swords and it's bothering me, but the Seven of Swords often eludes me as a card. It's a card I constantly have to get clarification on, and I think that that's the point here, is talking about how I need I need constant clarification. I do trust myself to a point where I trust myself enough to follow my intuition and not to question myself as I'm being led, but I still ask my deities and my spirits for clarification. I still ask them to be with me, and I still keep them in high regard. Also, God of Earth, God of Water at the bottom with the Awakening. Also, I'm guessing this is the Seven of Wands, so this is the Seven of Swords, so at least I was feeling that correctly. I don't mean to look too far into this, but God of Earth, God of Water, and the Awakening. Oh, I love this Awakening card so much. Oh, I love it so much. This is telling me King of Pentacles, King of Cups, Awakening, Judgment, what is awakening? 20? Judgment, right? Anyways, King of Pentacles, King of Cups, not only trying to ground myself in learning how to be financially stable and how to recreate myself in a mature sense through grounded stability, 3D stability, but also emotional intelligence. And I heard taking every awakening as it comes. The Ace of Cups there, I'm going to stop on that one because we'll just keep going forever. Ace of Cups, never closing my heart, always leading with my heart in everything, even to a fault. That was supposed to be one of my biggest achievements, and that turned into like a giant compliment sandwich. So I don't know if we should do one more with Sekhmet, because that was a long one, but that was also very sweet. That was very sweet. That was a big old compliment sandwich. Okay. Alright, Sekhmet wants to do one more. Last one, Sekhmet. Thank you. Oh, good grief. Do you see that? The present. Okay, this one says quick fire, so that means no cards. Big ol' list here. You ready? I'm gonna answer this one. I think that this is just Sekhmet's way of closing her time with me here. And I'll take it because this was very sweet. Yes, very sweet, Sekhmet. Thank you. Okay, quick fire. Love is the answer. Not me with a pinned video of Mac Miller saying love is underrated. Oh, Sekhmet, you know me. Okay. Why does it say love is the answer and then none of these have to do with anything love related? Okay, first one. One thing I would love to learn. The piano. One place I would love to go. Egypt. One thing I would love to try. Honestly, jumping out of a plane. One person I would love to talk to. Past or present, because that's a hard one. Whenever I get this question, I always say my great-grandma. She's my favorite person in the entire world. She has long passed. I do still talk to her regularly, but that's always my initial reaction to that question. If we're talking about someone who's alive that I would love to talk to, I'll come back to that because this is supposed to be quick fire. One thing I would love to stop. Sleeping in. I would love to be a morning person. I would like to get up early before my child, eat breakfast, get ready every morning, like take a shower, do my hair, do my makeup, do a fucking tarot reading every morning, like really get a good morning routine in. The only reason I don't is because if I'm up in the morning before I start my day, I feel like I need a nap 2 hours into my day, and I hate that feeling. And I've stopped smoking weed and I've stopped drinking coffee, and I'm really trying to minimize my sugar intake. Like, I'm really genuinely trying to clean out my system for the sake of my spirituality again. And I don't like feeling like I need to take fucking naps all the time, which causes me to want to drink coffee. Coffee, again, has the highs and the lows and the crash and everything, and I don't want that, but I'm trying to find a balance. I've been trying to at least wake up early enough to not be running late every day, because I'm so tired of running late every day. Oh my gosh, like that's my biggest pet peeve in the entire world, is running fucking late, and I'm late every day of my life, all the time, always, no matter how early I get up. So I'm really trying to like be a better morning person. One thing I would love to let go of. Ooh, that's loaded. My initial reaction was trauma. I don't think I'm holding on to trauma anymore. I think it's packed away in the attic, but like for some reason I can't get rid of it. That's why that's my initial reaction, because I know that it's important. It made me who I am. It was a whole fucking ordeal, right? But like I would like to start fresh. I would love to be a new person, you know, just like wake up new one day, and it doesn't work that way, and I feel like I'm fighting against myself every minute of every day, and nobody else has this battle in themselves but me. I know that's not true. Other people have this battle as well, but like, I feel like I'm behind. I feel like I'm so far behind in life because I spent the first 25 years of my life in survival mode, just trying to get through trauma. And I feel like I'm barely starting to learn how to be a fucking person now. And I'm doing it in adulthood when I should already be like set as a person and be in adult mode, and I'm not. And I feel like I'm so far behind because of it. Victim mentality, I guess, because here I am blaming things about that. Why can't I just fucking let it go, right? Whatever. I digress. One thing I would love to change. Let's keep it light. We'll talk physical attributes. Okay, one thing I would like to change is my fucking style. Dead ass. Because my boyfriend makes fun of me all the time and says that I dress like a little boy. I dress comfy. Okay, I have sensory issues. I don't want to be itchy. I don't want clothes to be tight. I don't want to be uncomfortable. I don't want to feel my shoes all day. You know what I mean? So I would rather just be in sweatpants and a big hoodie and like a really soft graphic tee. And I wish that I could just like have style and be cute and wake up every day and like make cute little outfits and be like a cute girl that everybody looks at and is like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. But like, I'm not. Like, I'm just not, and I can't be. And I wish that I could. I just don't know how to wrap my head around it. One item I would love to own, a fucking car, mate. That'd be great. That'd be so fucking helpful. That would be so great. I don't know how I made it to 30 without having a fucking car. One thing I love to hate, my job. My fucking job. My fucking job. I hate it so much. I hate it so much, man. I hate it so fucking much. But like, I'm also really starting to love it because I'm looking at it through different eyes. All thanks to my boyfriend. He's a wonderful, magnificent person who's like changing the chemistry of my brain day by day. And I'm starting to see it differently now, where I see all the people around me like hating it and struggling, and like I'm just like, y'all are goofy. But like it's like this love-hate. It's love-hate, and I don't know why, and it's so like, it's like the best telenovela ever. It's like such drama. I can't get away from it, and some days are worse than others. Some days I gotta engage in the drama just a little bit. I gotta in that drama, and some days I am so far behind it. I'm like, don't touch me, I don't want nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? Last one thing I would love to see. I know what my initial answer to that would have been, but I can no longer answer that initial answer. My initial answer was a miracle. One thing I would love to see is a miracle, and I used to say that all the time, but I have seen miracles in the past couple of years, like wholeheartedly. But yeah, ever since the birth of my child, I've witnessed a lot of miracles, and I think that the biggest miracle is the change in my brain and being able to see miracles. So one thing that I would love to see, I don't know. That's also a hard one. That's a really hard one, because I don't sit here and just think about things that I want, things that I wish of, because I was one of those people that never believed I was going to live to see 18, so I never thought about my future. So I've never like wanted things, if that makes sense. I've just been like living day to day. I'm gonna go back around to one person that I would love to talk to living, because that's a fucking hard one. Is Charles Bukowski still alive? I can't imagine Charles Bukowski still alive. Stephen King? Be a fun conversation. It'd be a fun conversation to just like ask him like questions about writing, not even about him specifically as a writer or about his books or anything, just like help me with my writing brain, okay? Because like there are some things that I need help with that people around me don't know how to help me with, because I'm the only writer that I know and nobody knows how to help me with these things. And I think it'd be too bland to say that I would just love to talk to like a writing manager, right? Like someone's gonna be like, just go get a fucking writing manager. Yeah, on a single working mom budget, let me do that. Let me just go get a writing manager. Pro bono writing manager, lol. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take a break because I realize this is becoming a long video and I didn't mean for it to be. So for those of you guys who are still here, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. You guys are the best. We're gonna go ahead and transition into Loki. Thank you, Sekhmet. Thank you, Mother Goddess, for being here with us. Thank you for the super important introspective time. And I really hope that those of you guys who are still here are actually like digging this exercise, because I think this is a fun way to be able to look, bottom of Loki's deck. Oh, my heart. I think that this is a fun way to actually utilize this deck. So if you guys are digging this, maybe we can do more of this. Just let me know what you think, because there's a whole lot of fucking cards in this deck and I have no idea what to do with it. Not Loki saying, why has it been so long since you fucking talked to me? My bad, mate. My bad, mate. It's been a long time since I talked to anybody, actually. I'm going through something, okay? Loki, do you want to play? Loki, do you want to build a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snowman. Deadass. No. I'm mad at you right now. Loki, do you want to roast me? Loki, do you want to roast me? I know that it's your favorite pastime. Alright, man, alright. I know it's been a long time since I took the cards out, bro. Alright, one more. One more roast. Okay, alright, you got your kicks. Okay, let's play. Loki, could you be so kind as to help me pick a card for the people, please? Thank you. The past. Loki, keep it PG, please. Craziest thing I've ever done in my life. Loki, keep it PG, please. Damn it. You know too much. God damn it, you know too much. Okay, go ahead. So many things came to my mind right as I read that question. Go ahead, Loki. Tell the people. Really? That's what I thought, yeah. There's two parts to this. The first part that came out was the Four of Swords and the Two of Wands. This, Loki is saying, I hear this one very loud and clear, literally sleeping through your life, watching the entire world pass you by, not doing a damn thing about it, because I like to sleep. I realized when I was about 15 that I was a very lucid dreamer, and I started spending just days at a time sleeping. I used to miss a lot of school for sleeping. High school, college, massage school. I literally didn't get my fucking license because I slept through a lot of class. Like, I did all the homework, I passed all the exams, I made up all the clinic hours, I passed my licensing exam, and I missed so much class time that they wouldn't let me get my license. That's something I've been dealing with for a very long time, which is also why I said that I'm very tired of like sleeping in. I'm tired of sleeping. I feel like I'm missing a lot of my life. And I just want to be like a normal functioning person now, because quite literally I've slept through my whole life. Even still now, whenever I get a day off, I try my best to spend the time with my boyfriend and go running around and doing things, even if it's just us hanging out and talking. But sometimes we're both tired, you know, we work, so sometimes we take naps together. Sometimes I sleep too long and I don't even get to see him, you know. Whenever I come home, if I get off of work early, I just come home and go to sleep until it's basically time to put my child to bed. It's not because like I'm such a sleepy boy, it's just because I love sleeping, because I am such a lucid dreamer. I've spent a lot of time in the dream realm. I think I've spent more time in the dream realm than I have in my actual waking life, and that's kind of sad to say. And I've been trying to work on it. It's just addicting, dare I say, just because it's so fantastical, you know? It's hard. But the other thing, remember I said there was 2 parts to this. I know that got really dark there for a minute. Craziest thing I've ever done in my life. When I was younger, as I think all of us do when we're younger, we're all fucking young and stupid at some point, okay? I'm 30 years old now. I've learned, I've grown, I've changed. I used to steal a lot. Like a lot. There was a point in time where I survived entirely off of stealing because I got so good at it. That's something I don't tell people often, because a lot of people look at me sideways when I say that, where they're obviously gonna assume I still do it. I stopped stealing when I was about 22, something like that. I had a boyfriend that was like, why are you doing that? Like, you're dumb as fuck. I don't like that. And it really woke me up, and I was like, what? Like, everybody else I had ever been with was like, cool, we can steal together. And again, this isn't something that, you know, people ever talk about, but like, every person I was ever with was like, cool, let's steal together. Like, it was a thing. And this one person one day was like, why are you doing that? That's fucking dumb. Like, don't do that. Don't do that for me. Don't do that for you. That's fucking dumb. Like, that's so dumb. Why are you, like, hello? The fact that you've been doing this for so long and you think that's okay? But I got so good at stealing that I literally never spent money on anything. Anything that I could get at a store, I would steal it. And I only got caught once when I was a teeny tiny little teenager. I think I was about 12 years old. I still lived with my dad. I was stealing something stupid like fucking earrings or some shit, and the LP person obviously caught me, followed me out of the store, and was like, hey, can you give me the shit back? Here's all of the empty packages you left in the store. I've been following you around this whole time. And I was like, nah, I dumped those, bro. He's all, what do you mean you dumped them? And I was like, yeah, I felt bad about stealing them, so I dumped them. And he was like, you mean you don't have any of these on you? And I was like, no, I don't have any of those on me. Of course, I got away with it because I was a good liar, because I was a good thief. And it literally took not only that boyfriend at the time telling me that I was fucking dumb, but somebody also at the time who literally looked me in my face and said, oh, you're a liar, a thief, and a cheat? That's not cute. And I was like, what? You know, like, how dare you? At the time, it was like, the audacity, you would say that about me. But, like, it's something that I needed to hear, and I sat with it. And, like, the feeling that it gave me of somebody telling me that and realizing, like, you're probably right. Like, I used to just have this distaste for authority, and so I was like, why do I need to pay you money for things that I need? That's dumb. I can just take them and you can't stop me. And I mean, the harsh reality of it is, in this day and age, a lot of people know that. They know that loophole, that if you're stealing something under a certain amount at certain stores, they can't stop you, they can't search you, they can't take things from you. The only thing they can do is ask for it back, and you can just say you don't have it. This is something I, as a loss prevention person, also experience all the time. You can say, I saw you put it in your pocket, give me the thing back, but if they say, I don't have it, search me. You can't search them. You can't tackle them. You can't do anything. And this is something that a lot of people do nowadays as well, because of the same distaste of authority, where they're like, you can't do anything about it. And like, yeah, you're right. I can't do anything about it, and no one else can either. And a lot of people get away with it, just like I did for a very long time. But it is something that I reflected on very heavily. Yeah, look, right as I pulled the deck to shuffle it. It's something that I reflected on very heavily, because I had stolen this book for said boyfriend. And I was really excited for him to read it. And I gave it to him, and I was like, here, I got this for you. And he was like, you stole this for me? And I was like, yeah, read it. Like, what does it matter? Just read it. And he was like, I don't want that. Like, why would I want that? You stole that for me. Don't steal things from me. That's stupid. I don't, like, that's not cute, and I don't like that you do that, and I don't want to be with you if that's who you are and if that's what you do. And I was like, oh, okay. So, yeah, leave it to Loki to call me out on, like, the biggest, I mean, it's hard to talk about, but it's something, like, I feel like we all do as kids. Like, we lie, we cheat, we steal just because we can, and we want to see what it feels like, and we want to see if we can get away with it, you know? Maybe you didn't, maybe you were a good kid, right? Maybe, but like, I know when I talk to my family about it, my parents, my aunts, my uncles, everybody's done it, you know what I mean? And all my friends, and I think that that's the hard part, is that it was so prevalent around me that nobody saw anything wrong with it until, like, the one person that I was, like, crazy in love with was like, you're stupid, bro. My foot's falling asleep really bad. Was that the first? That was the first Loki question? Oh my gosh. Alright. Come on, Loki. One more. Thank you. The past Jesus. I knew you were gonna do that, Loki. What's this one? As a child... Can you read that? Is it blurry? Hello? As a child, I dreamed of becoming... This is a hard one, and I'm curious to see what Loki thinks, because I often struggle with the answer to this question. Thank you. As a child... Oh, that got dark, bro. That got dark, and I don't know if that's what you meant by that, but... That got dark. Oh, okay. I'll take it. I'll read it. I understand. I see this as 3 different stages. Okay, I know this says as a child, and I don't have just like a normal answer to that where I would have been like, I wanted to be an astronaut, you know, like normal people. I had a really hard childhood. Again, something I don't talk about. I have alluded to childhood trauma a lot on my channel here. So as a child, my biggest dream, honestly, was just to be happy. To just be a kid. To just be able to do kid things. Because I was very heavily abused, I was kept away from everyone. I wasn't allowed to spend time with my family or my friends or really do anything anywhere outside of being with my parent. And I just wanted to have fun. I just wanted to be a kid. I just wanted to do what my friends were doing. I just wanted to hang out with them and be normal. And it sucks to say. And I said I see this in 3 parts because as a younger teenager, I know that's not what this card represents, but this is exactly what it meant to me when I saw it in succession like this. Like I did say earlier, I genuinely didn't think I was going to live to see 18. And I spent a lot of my time thinking about dying. A lot of my time. My parents, as a teenager, were extremely concerned about me. They sent me to therapists. I had lots of teachers and counselors ask me if I was okay because I was hurting myself. I would go, like, drugged out to class. Like, I was one of those kids that just, like, I didn't want to be alive because of all of the trauma that I had been through. I couldn't get away from it. I couldn't escape it. And that's all I could think about all day, every day. I couldn't turn it off. But once I got out of that, once I had finally gone through therapy, gotten on some medication, gotten some help, gotten to experience life, gotten to get away from my parents, right, and experience things, I realized that I really wanted to be a mother. That's not something I ever knew about myself when I was younger, because I used to talk about how I wanted a big old group of boys. I wanted like a whole football team of boys. But I also didn't want kids, because I didn't want to have kids. I had heard my aunt talk about how she never wanted kids, and then she ended up with like 5 of them, and it used to be like a running joke where I was like, I don't want kids either, and I'll probably end up with a whole football team of boys. But I started learning about myself, that I did want to be a mother, and that was a very loud calling. It was a very strong calling that came for me, and it held me tight for a long time. And that's why when I had the opportunity with someone that I felt that I might have a future with, I was like, let's have a kid, because that's all I had been thinking about for a really long time. And I didn't really know what it meant to be a mom, because I didn't want to be my mom. You know what I mean? I never saw a good, caring, nurturing, effective mother. So I didn't know what it meant to be a mom, but I knew that I wanted to be a mom, and I knew that I was always going to be a single mom to a daughter. I always knew that, always. Everybody used to make fun of me because I said that. I was going to be a single mom to a daughter. And they were like, oh, you're just projecting your mom. And I was like, no, I'm going to be a single mom to a daughter. Like, I always knew it, and I always knew that that was a path for me. And there was actually quite a few times where I had tried to myself, and there was a voice telling me that I needed to stay alive for my daughter. Again, not something I talk about often. I couldn't discern at the time who the voice was. I used to say that it was an angel. I used to say that it was my great-grandma. Through the years, I've thought that maybe it was me. Maybe it was my higher self. Maybe it was me from a different time. Maybe it was my ancestors, right? I never knew, and I'm not ever going to know. But that voice was always leading me every step of the way, telling me I needed to be alive for my daughter. And that's something that kept me going for a long time. Even still, a couple of years ago, I thought that I had gotten away from the feelings of not wanting to be alive, and like, the only driving force I had was knowing that I needed to be around for my daughter. Heavy. We're getting heavy. I wasn't expecting to get heavy in this. I thought it was gonna be like a silly, fun little game. Okay, one more low-key question, and then we'll be done, because like I wasn't preparing to trauma dump on you guys at all in the middle of the night, bro. Straight up, it's 1:30, and I have to get up. I mean, let's be honest. I slept all day. I'm not going to sleep, but I need to not make this a 3-hour video about trauma dumping on you guys. So, last Loki question. And then actually I have a guest deity that wants to make an appearance. Thank you. Which one? No, we're not doing both of them. Thank you. The present. This one says, 3 things I should let go of. Alright, Loki. Indulge me, please. 3 things I should let go of. Thank you. Alright. Okay. Magician at the bottom, and I understand why. It's advice. Why did Loki just get so serious all of a sudden? First one, grief. Grief, loneliness, sadness. I call this the darkness. This is, I used to talk about the darkness as if it was a friend that walked with me through my whole life. I used to really heavily romanticize the darkness in my writing, and it's something that I used to always write about. The darkness I used to see as an actual person, an actual companion, and now that I'm in a really good position in my life mentally. I'm with the love of my life. I have my child. The only thing stopping me right now is like my fucking financial situation, but I am literally in the best mental space I have been in my entire life. I am feeling so much love. I am feeling so much gratitude. I am feeling so worthy, and I know that I have to let the darkness go. This has been something that's been really hard for me to come to terms with through these past couple of years, through my awakening, as I have started to do shadow work and see and understand myself, knowing that it's very hard for me to let the darkness go, because the darkness has always been a companion of mine, and I've always talked about how I would always have my darkness. And a lot of you know that I have self-mutilation scars up both my arms, all the way up, and I used to cry as they were healing, because I would constantly think, who am I without my scars? What am I going to do when these scars fade? I'm not going to be myself anymore. Who am I without my darkness? Who am I without my loneliness and my despair and my grief? Which is also why I have that Mac Miller video pinned to my Instagram, where he says, I used to think that I would be so much more interesting if I was self-destructing all the time, and it's not true. That's why I have that pinned there, is to remind me. It's not specifically just because I love Mac Miller and I love what he's saying, but it's because I really heavily resonate with that, because I have to remind myself every single day that I need to let go of my darkness, because it's not serving me anymore, and it can't come with me where I'm going. And it served its purpose. It kept me alive, it kept me going, it kept me creating, but it's not coming with me anymore where it is that I'm going, because I'm going to a place of love and a place of gratitude and a place of success, and I'm finally able to understand that and conceptualize that. Next one that I should let go of is my workhorse mentality. I've been learning to do this at work. I don't want to say lately, I would say over the past couple of months, I've started to see myself a little bit differently as a worker. Both my parents were extremely work-focused people. They raised me to be a hard worker. They raised me to be like this fucking workhorse. I always thought that I needed to do more, be more, to, be worthy, and that there was never any reaching that goal of like being worthy, like no matter how much you make, you're still not there. No matter how achieved you are, you're still not there. And I have that mentality deeply ingrained in me, that no matter what I do, I'm not good enough. And that's something that I've had to understand, that I've started to see through my eyes at work, because when we would get a line at work, I would try to multitask and ring on 2 or 3 different registers, so that everybody would only have to ring one person at a time, because I'm dealing with 3 customers at a time. That way my coworkers didn't have to deal with as much, because I didn't want them to deal with the problems. I wanted all the problems to come to me so that I could absorb them. That way they didn't have to be stressed out, because I'm used to being stressed out. I might as well absorb all the problems. And I realized that in having that mentality at work, that I'm actually quite literally drawing all the problems to me. And it's kind of like a running joke at work that everybody who complains and everybody who has a bad attitude comes straight to me. Like, they never go to anybody else. They just come straight to me and like unload their bad day on me. And like, I'm the one at work that's constantly getting in fights with customers, because I'm like, I don't need this, bro. Like, chill out. We can come to a resolution. And I've luckily been gifted a new supervisor, like a mentor, who's been helping me to understand that like there are ways around that, there are ways to avoid that, And it all starts with changing like my mentality from the time that I step into work, as opposed to letting myself get to that point throughout the day, right? But this is why I've been saying that, like, I feel like I need to go. I need to do something, and I'm not doing anything, and I feel like useless because I'm just sleeping. Like, this is something that I've battled with my whole life. My parents used to tell me that a lot too, like, you're wasting your life, you're just sleeping, you're not doing anything. You know, you could be working, you could be doing something, you could be cleaning something, you could be, like, my parents have always treated my household like a work environment, and I never knew love and nurture and support because of that. And I'm trying to create for my daughter a world that I've never seen before, which is a world of love and nurture and support. And it's very hard for me, and I have to work at it every minute of every day. And sometimes I slip and I become my parents, and I catch myself really fast and I try to fix it. But, you know, just trying to get out of that mentality of being my parents is like, it's like the hardest fucking thing in the entire world. And I don't know why, you know, why I can't just be better, like why I can't just be me, why do I have to be them, you know? And last thing I should let go of is indecision. 1,000%, and Loki has been making fun of me about this for a very long time. So I'm not surprised at all that Loki brought this up, because one thing I have always struggled with is making fucking decisions. I am the worst at making decisions. Holy shit, I'm the worst at making decisions. And I mean, like, usually it would be in regards to something like dating. This is no longer an issue because I'm quite literally with the love of my life. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not changing this. I'm not at all interested in anybody else anymore, because I'm so fully 100% like well-rounded satisfied with who I'm with and where we're going, like, as a team, and the relationship that we're building, right? And I've never experienced that before with anybody else. But that's why I used to be so indecisive about relationships, was because I was like, I could have anybody that I want. And it's not like from a place of ego, like, I look good and I could have anybody that I want, or like, I could do better than you, you know? Like, it was never like that. It's like, it was a manifestation realization of, like, I can have anybody that I want. Like, why do I need to stop here, you know? Relationships were always like a game to me. And I'm sorry if you're watching this and you're an ex, but like, relationships were always like a game to me. It was always, can I get that person? And then when I do get that person, I'm like, I don't really want to be with this person. I just wanted to get them, you know? And then I got them and I was like, I don't want to be with this person. And then I see another person, I'm like, can I get that person? I got that person. I don't really want to be with that person. Can I get that person? And it was just always like a fucking game. And it was never a game of, can I sleep with that person? It was, can I get that person? It was more of, can I get that person to fall in love with me? And this is something that I realized about myself in later years through shadow work and through all of these things. Like, this isn't something that I realized when I was in a relationship. It wasn't until I had, 4 or 5 years of solitude, to actually really reflect on myself, that I realized that I do this. But I do this with everything, where I, like, even down to the smallest thing, I don't know what job I want, because I could have any job that I want, right? Why settle with one when I could have all of them? Why pick one for all of eternity when it's probably going to be the wrong one? I don't know what I want to eat, because I could have fucking anything and everything. Why do I need to eat just one thing? Why can't I have 3 things at once, you know? Like, why do I need to settle on a car when there are so many great cars out there? How am I going to settle on one? How am I supposed to pick a place to live, right, when there's so many places? Like, I've never, ever, 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 ever been able to make decisions. That's the hardest fucking thing in my entire life, is making decisions, because I'm a big FOMO sapien. Fear of missing out. I feel like I'm always going to pick the wrong thing. That's like a big thing that I've been trying to ask my guides to help me with, is trusting my intuition, trusting my guidance, trusting that the decision that I'm making is the right one, and trusting that I'm making that decision for a reason, and that I'm not being guided the wrong way, and that it's not the wrong decision, because I constantly have that doubt in my head that I'm doing the wrong thing, like this is the wrong decision, this is gonna end up the wrong way. And I understand now it's all about divine timing, right? It's all about trusting your guidance, it's all about, you know, whatever. But like, indecision is my fucking kryptonite. Like, oh my gosh. If I had the money to get things that I wanted without having to think about them, I would probably be a lot happier, because I wouldn't have to make decisions, right? Why decide on one nail polish to get when I can get all 15 that I want at the same time? Why decide on, you know, one outfit that I really want when I can just get all of the outfits that I really want right now? You know, like, why decide on one colorway of shoes when I can get all 5 that I want? You know, like, I don't know. I don't know how to make decisions. I don't know how to make decisions, and I feel like that's gonna be a really big thing in my life moving forward. I feel like that's foreshadowing big time, like learning to make decisions, because a lot of the manifestation techniques that I've been learning about are like, if you want to manifest a car, you have to start looking at cars. Like, you have to start thinking about how much cars are and how much you need to save for these cars and how much insurance is, and you need to look at all of these things, right? And I'm like, how do I even choose a car? How do I even start looking at a car? You know, like, yeah, I see cars and I'm like, cool, cars, you know, like, in my brain it doesn't register that I can have a car. Like, that's a thing that I can have. Like, in my brain I'm like, no, my boyfriend's gonna have a car, my parents are gonna have a car, I don't need a car. Like, that's an unnecessary expense. I don't need to have a car. Like, that's too much, that's grandiose, right? I don't need a car. But in reality I'm like, I would like to have a fucking car. Like, I'm an adult, I would like to get places, I would like to not be stuck in the house all the fucking time. Maybe if I had a car I wouldn't be sleeping so goddamn much, right? But anyways, magician at the bottom of the deck, that was Loki's way of saying, you gotta make it happen. Yes, you know, you gotta let go of these things, and you know that you gotta let go of these things, and you've been known you gotta let go of these things, but you gotta take steps to make it happen. You gotta understand that you can make them happen, and you gotta understand that you are being led to make them happen, and you have to accept it. You have to accept it. Look at that. Ooh, dichotomy. You have to accept it, because there are only 2 ends to the story. Either fucking stress or fucking happiness. And I literally just heard, who was it, Mary Jane Mel? She was doing a reading and she said, if you're stuck between 2 options, do the one that stresses you out the least. Because if you think about it, they're probably both going to stress you out, and they're both stressing you out because you're thinking about them. So do the one that's going to cause you the least amount of stress, because you have to deal with it every day. So do you really want to deal with the one that's going to cause you more stress every day? This was fun. This was fun. And I know I said I have another deity that wanted to come out. And I'm going to let her do just one question, because we can't make this fucking 2-hour video. Okay, so I know that I said I had another deity that wanted to come out, and this final deity is going to be Lilith. We're going to use Mother Goddess's deck for this one, because she said it's okay, and Lilith really likes this deck. Some of you guys know that I have started working with Lilith, some of you guys don't. And that's because I don't talk about Lilith too much. It's nobody's fucking business what me and Lilith do. Lilith is... she's very prominent in my life. She's very prominent in my life. I just don't know how to talk about her being prominent in my life. That's why I never, like, made some kind of, like, giant announcement about working with Lilith or something, because I do work with her a lot. I talk with Sekhmet a lot, but I work with Lilith a lot. So... there's that. But like I said, I do still have a lot of deities that I work with and that I venerate that I don't talk about, that I don't feel the need to talk about. I know what we do and why we do it, and it's nobody's fucking business, right? You guys don't need to know everything about me, even though I'm sitting here trauma dumping to you in the middle of the night. But Lilith does want to make an appearance. She really wanted to do this. The only reason that I didn't include her to begin with is because I don't have a deck for her. But she really loves Mother Goddess's deck, and Mother Goddess did say it was okay for her to use this deck. So I'm going to let Lilith pick one. Pick one, please, Lilith, because we can't make this fucking 5 more questions. Oh, sneaky. Okay, fair. Okay, so she did give me 2. One of them, she said that I can answer just conversationally without the cards, just to kind of wrap up the video. This one will be hers. Okay, so this one, it says present. It says, the best piece of news I could receive today. And that's very sweet that we're going to end. I didn't expect Lilith to have a good question like that. Queen Lilith, if you could be so kind as to tell me what the best piece of news that I could hear today. Thank you. Clarify. Thank you. Thank you. Might need more clarification. She said, bitch, just talk. Okay. Okay. So, the best piece of news I could receive today. 8 of Wands. Look at all this. I love this artwork, man. This is my favorite deck of all time. I wish that I could buy 3 more of these, like, just to keep on hand, because I love it so much. Alright, 8 of Wands, 4 of Cups, 2 of Swords, with the 8 of Pentacles at the bottom. Oh, we're bookending 8s. We got the 8 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles bookending each other. How cute, with the 4 and a 2. We're going numerology here, guys. So, I asked for clarification, and the clarification did not clarify, and I said, I might need more clarification. She said, bitch, just talk. Bitch, just talk. Talk about what you see. Talk about what you hear. Talk about what you feel. So, as far as what I feel from these cards, I feel a wrapping up of everything we just talked about. I'm feeling, with this, I'm feeling it's okay to be bored. It's okay to be apathetic. It's okay to be disappointed, because you are fully living in the day-to-day. This is a new concept for you, for me. Sorry. This is a new concept. Fully being in your skin, fully living day-to-day, fully being present, and learning how to do that. And that's why you are literally fucking bored, is because you're expecting things to turn around so fast. You're expecting things to work the way that they do in your dreams, and they don't work that way here. Everything moves really fucking slow, and you have to make decisions. You have to talk, you have to communicate, you have to do things, you have to engage with other people, you have to learn these lessons, you have to work hard, you have to be fully present. But you have to understand that it's okay to be fucking bored. It's okay to be indecisive. It's okay to be who you are. It's okay to be who you were raised to be, and it's okay to want to change that, but it's also okay to embrace the good parts of who you were raised to be in order to understand yourself more fully and being able to pivot and change those things for the better. It's okay to take the parts of you that you don't like and learn how to love them, and learn how to work with them and how to appreciate them instead of always wanting to change them because those were given to you and they weren't things that you put there. That's still putting yourself in the victim mentality by saying that's not mine and I don't want it. Instead, take it by the horns and run with it and learn how to appreciate it for what it is and what it has done for you. Appreciate it, show it gratitude, show it love, and learn to release it so that you can make way for the aspects of yourself that you wish to call in, because you can't call in parts of yourself without loving the parts that you hate about yourself. You have to heal the parts that you don't want, but you're still fighting them. All of those things that you said about yourself through all of these years that you didn't like about yourself, that you can't change, that you wish you didn't have in you, all of these traumas that are still sitting in your attic, you have to understand that they're still there and they're always going to still be there and they're always going to come up until you show them love and you show them gratitude and you heal them. The only reason that they're here still sitting with you is because you allow them to hold power over you and you allow yourself to fall victim to them every time that they come up for you. I have a little note on my laptop, a little sticky note with a picture of me holding the Empress card, and it says, just reminding you that you are the fucking Empress. Yeah. Best news you could hear today is you're the fucking Empress. Don't ever forget it, dude. In order to fully embrace the Empress energy, you have to fully embrace the Empress energy every minute of every day. And that means facing parts of yourself that you don't want to face, healing them and loving them. That means looking at indecision in the face and having the courage to make a decision. That means having the courage to want for your future. It's not just about manifesting and flourishing and always being on top of your game. It's also about feeling the shit when you're in it and coming out of the other side stronger, like you always have, like you always will. Okay, on that note, there was... Why do I still have a Loki card out? There was one more question that I pulled out with that one. That was really like the most beautiful channeled message I've ever gotten from Lilith, and like I'm speechless right now and I don't really know how to I don't really know how to pivot from that. But as I was trying to shuffle these cards back together, I got the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Swords, and the Five of Cups. Again, understanding that feeling your emotions is important in order to let them go. Embracing the darkness is not a bad thing. Wanting to move towards something better is more important than wanting to move away from something bad. And it's about understanding how to do that and how to rewire your brain into making everything about working towards something better and not moving away from something detrimental in order to change your entire world, change your luck, change your perception of everything, in order to turn your fate around, in order to take your world into your own hands. Thank you. Thank you, Mother Lilith. I really needed that. It's very important. It's very important. There's another 8. There's lots of cups. Thank you. I see it. Okay. Let's go ahead. And we'll do the last one to wrap up, to get me out of my head a little bit, because that was very emotional. I'm really trying not to cry because I have to wrap up this fucking video. The last question she pulled for me was, if you could be anywhere in the world right now, I really hate to be a fucking cheese ball. I would just, I'm not saying this because I think he's watching, by the way. I don't think he's watching. I don't believe that he watches my videos. But if I could be anywhere in the world right now, it would be in the arms of my love. In his bed, wrapped up all cozy and happy with my snoring little child in the other room. Anywhere with them, you know, in a hotel, in somebody else's house, on a vacation, in our house, in his house, in our own house. Just, that's all I want. Okay, there are some wild cards in here. I'm gonna see. I did randomly just pull one. That is a lot of questions. I thought that was going to be a good wild card pull, and it wasn't. Okay, here's a good one. Wild card. A secret I've never shared before. That's hard. That's really fucking hard, because I am an open book. Oh, I got a good one. This is a good one, and I'm only going to share it with you because I know my boyfriend's not watching, okay? And I want to end this on a light note. You better not fucking tell him either, alright? One secret that I've never shared before. This is super fucking cheesy, again, because I want to end this on a good note. But this is something I would die before I would say to this boy, okay? He's the love of my life, and he knows everything about me, and I tell him fucking everything, and I don't have any secrets from him, and I don't hide anything from him. But the one fucking thing I will die before I let him know is that he's right. He's goddamn right all the time. He's so fucking smart. It drives me nuts, because I'm the smart one. I'm supposed to be the smart one. I'm supposed to be right. I'm the mom. I'm supposed to be right. And he's like always right. And it pisses me off. And he knows it too. And he laughs at me because he's like, you just can't admit that I'm right. And I'm like, no, because you're not right. And I will sit there and I'll defend my wrong answer to the fucking death. Because I will die before I'll tell that boy he's right. But the fucked up thing is, he tells me all the goddamn time, you're right, babe. You're right. You're absolutely right. I am wrong. You are right. I love you so very much. You're so smart. And I'm like, fight me. God damn it. He's the one boy that won't fight me. Every person in my entire life has always fought me all the time about everything, and he won't fight me. I just want to fucking square up with him. And he's like 3 feet taller than I am, so I can't. But like, he's always right, and he's so fucking smart, bro. And it like pisses me off because I've never not been the smart one. I'm always right, and I'm always the smart one. And I'm always fucking right. And he's always right. Don't tell him I said that. I will die. I will literally die of dead-ass embarrassment if any of you fucking tell my boyfriend that I said he's right. Don't click that shit either and fucking send it to him. Because I'll deny that shit. point blank period to the end. I will deny that I ever said that shit. I'll say that you AI generated that fucking video clip, because I will never, ever, ever, ever let him know that I think he's smarter than me and that he's always fucking right. Because what do I bring to the table if he's smarter than me and he's always right? I'm supposed to be always right. He's a better cook too. He like outperforms me in every capacity, and it drives me nuts. Like, yes, in some respects it pushes me, right? It drives me. It makes me want to be better, because I see that better is possible, especially from someone that I've known so long. We came from the same place, we've lived the same lives. It is possible, right, to be better. It does drive me, but it also really fucking pisses me off. How did he get better than me, you know? And I didn't mean to like make this video about my boyfriend. Like, that was not my intention at all. But like, goddamn, that boy is the love of my fucking life. And just like, how did he get better than me? We were doing the same dumb shit at the same time. We lived in the same area. We went to the same school. We were the same fucking person our whole lives. And all of a sudden, he just skyrocketed past me. And he got better than me. And he got smarter than me. And he has a better job than me. And he's more responsible. And he's better with me than money. And like, the only thing that I have against him is that like, I can eat a little better. And I'm better at letting things go. Like, I can quit things like that. Like, I got no problem quitting things. That boy got a hard time quitting things. I can quit things like nobody's fucking business. Left and right, I be quitting things that ain't nobody's fucking business. But, like, he's so much better than me, guys. Like, in every way. And it makes me want to be better, because, like, what does he even see in me? You know, like, why is he even in love with me? Like, I was always, like, up here to everybody, you know? Everybody was always like, you're so smart, you're so pretty, you're so funny. And, like, I feel like me and him are just the same person, but he's just on a higher level than I am. And I don't understand what this boy sees in me. What this man, I'm sorry, we're older now. What this man sees in me, I don't understand. He's, like, a full-grown man. And like a fully, a multi-dimensional, fully fledged adult, like, and he's just like fucking better than me in every way, bro. Like, if I was a guy too, like, I would look like him, and I know it. We both have long brown hair, we both have glasses, we both dress the same, we dress like little skater boys, right? Like, we have the same taste in everything. Like, I would literally be him if I was a guy, and I feel like I would be him if he was a girl. Like, we're literally the same fucking person. But like, how did he get better than me, bro? Like, when did that happen? Like, when I decided to take a break and have a kid and like do some self-reflecting and some shadow work and like work on myself and try to get through my trauma and try to heal, he was like, let me just fucking do better in life while you're healing, you know? Fuck. Okay, this was a very, very, very long video. And this was just supposed to be fun. Like, this was just supposed to be something silly, some fucking off-the-wall content for you guys, because I'm going through an identity crisis with my channel. I almost deleted everything the other day. I'm going through some shit. I made a movie review that I didn't post because my boyfriend said it was nonsense. He was like, literally, none of this makes sense and you sound crazy. You should delete that and never let it see the light of day. And I get where he's coming from, but also it was a lot of fun for me to make. It had like the most editing I'd ever done in my life. I was really proud of it, but also it had nothing to do with my channel. It didn't make any sense, and it was very niche, and it would have been for like 5 people. So I understand where he's coming from. But, like, I'm going through an identity crisis, like, big time. I don't know what to do with my channel. I don't know what I'm doing in life. I don't know if I want to still be on social media. I low-key just want to fucking disappear off of social media, fucking delete everything, just go back to, like, living a life of solitude. I don't know what the fuck is going on, you guys. I don't know what's going on with my life right now. I am struggling to figure out who the fuck I am right now. So that's why I wanted to make this video, at least to have a little fun, so that you guys can also not only see the relationship that I have with my deities, but also how you can very easily have fun with your deities with tarot, you know, things like that. I feel like a lot of tarot content on my page, at least, has always been really serious. It's always been about like either tarot reviews or like fucking talking about knockoffs, right? It's always so serious. Like readings as well. I don't think readings are fun. Like, they're fun for me. Oh, I love that shit. I love just getting in there. But as fun as it is for me, it's not necessarily fun for everybody else to watch, right? My readings never get any views, and that's like so disheartening for me. But I love, love, love tarot so much. Like, I've taken months away from tarot, and I still can't get away from it. Like, still, I'm being drawn to these decks every other day. I still want to shuffle them. I still want to play with them. I've been shuffling my cards at work again. I've started watching my tarot content again. I just can't stay away from it because I really love tarot so much. Like, even if one day I decide to be done with social media, I know that I'm always going to have tarot in my practice. I'm always going to be a tarot reader, even if only for my friends and family or something, or even, you know, on the DL, right? I don't know. I don't know where my life is going, where my channel is going, but I do know that I still really love creating content, and I wanted to let you guys know that I'm okay. I'm struggling like a motherfucker, but I'm okay, and I'm like really genuinely okay. I'm like the most okay I've been in my entire life. But yeah, I do have like a lot of deity presence. I do have a very hefty spiritual practice now, and it's something that I have learned to keep quiet. Sorry, my child keeps like moving, and I'm trying not to get her in the video because she's back there flip-flopping around. But I think I did kind of talk about that a little bit in my video about how like tarot's getting kind of washed out, or whatever the fuck I was talking about, where I've kind of learned to just keep my practice quiet. If there's anything that I've learned from watching all of my favorite TikTok creators, my favorite witch talk creators and everything, it's that the more you share about your practice, the more people are trying to sabotage your practice. So the very least you can do is like share a couple things here and there, but like shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. Keep your practice personal. Nobody needs to know everything about what you're doing. Not everything needs to be content, right? I know we say like everything is content, but like not in witchcraft. Not everything is content. Not everything should be content. Not all your spells should be content. Not all of your wards should be content. Your altars shouldn't be content, right? But this was something fun that my deities did agree to, because I'm trying so hard to figure out how to use this deck, guys. I'm trying so hard. I'm really trying. I want to love it. I want to love it. I spent money on it, and I was so excited for it. And like, I was so disappointed when I got it. I was like, ugh. Like, I don't know what I expected. I don't know. I had high hopes for it, and I don't know why. I know what the book is. I have the damn book. What can you really do with the cards that you can't do with the book? You know what I mean? But like, I thought maybe it'd be fun and it'd be like thought-provoking or something. So if any of you little weirdos made it to the end of this video, please give me a big old thumbs up so that I know you made it all the way through. Also, you know, that helps out my channel so very much. But yeah, if you guys would like to see more of this super casual, having fun with this deck thing, we can always do this without my deities. We can always do this still using tarot. We can do this with like my most bonded tarot decks, my least bonded tarot decks. I thought about that too, but I thought it'd be easier to invite my deities today to do that, as opposed to my most bonded deck, my least bonded deck. I have to think about that a little bit, try to figure out which one is my most bonded deck, not just my most favorite, you know? But we can always do that, most favorite, least favorite, things like that. Because you guys know, I'm sure my biddy tarot would love to fucking roast me when it comes to like questions like this. But yeah, for like the 5 of you that watch this all the way through, that actually genuinely care about me as a person, thank you so much. Thank you. I love you guys. You mean the absolute world to me. You guys are why I'm still here. You're why I'm still making content, because it sure as hell ain't for the 2,000 people that are subbed that don't watch anything that I post, right? This has potential, and I want to do something with it, so help me, okay? Help me figure out how to do things with this, because my brain automatically says, oh, just like do one of these a day on TikTok or something. I'm getting really tired of TikTok. I want to come back to YouTube. I want to come back. Let me come back. Welcome me back. Welcome me back. I just want to do fun things with tarot, and it's hard to think of fun things to do with tarot. I feel like maybe I could get some Cards Against Humanity and, like, instead of the answer cards, use tarot cards, you know, something like that. I feel like there's got to be something creative we can do. I also have another card game called, like, Deep Dive or some shit like that. It's like conversation cards, and that's kind of where I got the idea for this deck, because I've been having a lot of fun with those cards. I pull those out all the time everywhere I go with everybody, and I'm like, hey, conversation cards. Because, like, I'd realize about myself, I don't know how to people. I don't know how to start conversation. I don't know how to, like, empathize out loud. You know, I don't know how to be a person, so I feel like I'm trying to learn to be a person all over again. And card games help. They help break the ice a little bit, so if you guys have any ideas, let me know. I am open to suggestions because I would love to be making more content on YouTube that isn't fucking deck reviews or tarot readings. I want to do something fun with tarot. There is a girl that I follow on TikTok that does a lot of fun things with tarot. She makes a lot of really funny questions. She does a lot of really off-the-wall things. And I don't know how she keeps coming up with those things, dude. Like, it's hard to try to figure out some shit to do with tarot that isn't just readings and reviews, like, deadass. But I realize, like, doing reviews for years and years and years is not sustainable anymore. It's boring as fuck, and I'm losing interest. So, I don't want to, like, link below where I got any of these decks because I don't care, to be honest. I don't care very much anymore. White Newman Special Edition through Liminal 11's website might still be available. This was the Borderless Centennial, the one that I use for Loki. Got it on Amazon. Borderless Centennial Smithwaite. The Dream of Nile Tarot. This was a Kickstarter. I don't know if you can still get it through Emma Zhang's website. I think it's called dreamvisiontarot.com, some shit like that. I don't know. And then the Burn After Writing deck. I do believe I got this off of the Penguin... What is this? Penguin Random House? Some shit like that. I think it was directly from the manufacturer's website. I'm pretty sure it was Penguin Publishing. Something like that. I just looked up Burned After Writing deck and went to, like, the most reputable page. I'd prefer not to get things off of Amazon if I don't absolutely have to. And, yeah. That's all I got for you guys today, my friends. I really hope that wherever you are, when this video reaches you, you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Don't forget to check out my link tree down in the description. You already know it has all of my links to all of my socials. It has my Etsy shop. It also has my full website. I do want to clear this up a little bit for you guys really quick. My Etsy shop, I'm not going to close down. I've been thinking about it, but I'm not right now. It's a little bit easier to make sales through Etsy. But my website does have exclusives that you cannot get on my Etsy page. So Etsy has all of the things that I've handmade, right? Tarot bags, necklaces, shit like that, right? Fucking lotions, potions, bath salts, you name it. That's over on Etsy, okay? You can find all of those on my website as well, but on my website there are exclusive D-stash items. So right now my D-stash items are tarot decks that I no longer want. I am not going to be listing those on Etsy. You can only get those through my website. Those are exclusive D-stash items. I might be listing some, like, necklaces and crystals on there as D-stash items as well. I'm not too sure yet. I'm trying to make as many necklaces out of the crystals that I have hanging around before I start figuring out if I want to just de-stash big statement pieces and whatnot, and, like, necklaces that I made that I never wore or that I just don't bond with anymore, things like that, because I want all of my crystals to go to good loving homes. I don't want them just sitting around here collecting dust. It bothers me. And And that is the only place you can book a reading with me as well. If you were wondering how to book a reading with me, that is no longer going to be through Etsy. That is only exclusively going to be through my website. So I do offer mini readings and full readings. My readings, I'm not sure yet if I'm going to be booking 2 weeks out or a month in advance, because I do need time to energetically prepare for those. As of a couple of months ago, when I had shut them down, I was booking about a month out. So if you need any more information about that, you can DM me on any of my socials. Instagram is probably the best place to do that, but you can find me on TikTok, Facebook. You can email me at starry.tarot@gmail.com. That is starree.tarot@gmail.com. That way you can ask me questions about my readings. I don't do exclusive readings like deity confirmation, ancestor, deity conversation, things like that, but if it is within my means, I can do it for you, okay? So I don't book things specific like love readings, career readings, Celtic cross readings, whatever the fuck. But if it's something that's really important to you, you really want to talk about it, you really think that I'm the reader for you, we can spitball some ideas, see how that goes. If I try to get through the reading and I realize it's not going to work, I will tell you that. I will refund your money. I'll give you a better reading at a different time, things like that. I do have like guarantees surrounding my readings because I want you to get the best reading possible, even if I'm not the reader for you. Even if we do a reading and you realize you didn't quite like it, right? It wasn't really clear for you, you weren't feeling it, that wasn't the vibe, I'll offer you another free reading. I'll recommend you to some readers if you want me to, because I just want you to have the best experience possible with your reading, which is why I've needed a little break to come back to being open to doing readings again. But I'm back and I'm banging and I'm back in business, and I hope you guys are super stoked for like this super mellow little year that I'm gonna have here. This is gonna be a real mellow little year because I want to focus on my writing this year. Like, it's very important to me. I want to get a book closer to being done. I have so many books in progress that it's eating away at me. I want to get a book closer to being done. But if you're not already following me on my socials, go do so. I'm starting to post daily on Instagram because I am having a lot of fun taking pictures with my mans. So I'm doing a lot more like artsy fartsy pictures, posting a lot more of like introspective shit on Instagram lately. So I know I used to be like fully in the TikTok shit, but I'm trying to get away from TikTok right now. Like, it's too much. It's too much for me. So go follow me on Instagram, go follow me on TikTok, or don't. That's cool. Don't go buy no shit from my website. Don't feel pressure to buy anything because you don't have to buy anything. I just really like making things, and that's why I made a website to put all of the things that I make. Like, I made this little necklace the other day. Oh, there's my baby. I made this little necklace the other day. This is a very special Lemurian quartz crystal that I've had for a long time, and I just wanted to wear it finally. So I wrapped her up with some wire. She's doing great. I've been wearing this thing like to sleep for days, and it's not budging considering how small this wire is. I'm so astounded. I also made this little choker here. This is pearl, aquamarine, and rose quartz on a little stretchy necklace because I had a bunch of bracelets that broke that I needed to repurpose the beads for. But like, the point of me telling you that is not to say these are for sale. It's because I like making shit. Like, I genuinely just be making shit, and then I have shit laying around the house, and I'm like, what do I do with all this shit I just made? So that's why I have a shop. Don't feel pressured to buy anything ever, okay? I don't need the money. I don't need the sales. I don't need the publicity. I promise. I just like making shit. And like, if you vibe with me and you're like, hey, I want to support what you be doing, support what I be doing, have at it. But also you can support what I be doing by just liking, commenting, all of that fun stuff as well. Go interact with me on Instagram because like, I'm a person over there, you know? You could just like talk to me. That'd be cool. But anyways, I'm gonna go get some sleep. I hope you get some sleep too. Drink your water. I'm finally out of water. It took me this whole video. And wherever you guys are when this video reaches you, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day, my friends. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Blessed be.